But everything okay. Everything's good. And yeah, okay. I have my coffee. I'm ready to go. So
Yeah.
let's do this. Hi, and welcome to another edition of Between Two Munchers Working Title. I am your host, Stay at Home Stegosaurus, and today we have the pleasure of someone that thinks they're famous, but maybe others will. Within the Mario community, he made a hack that revolves around water because whatever. This is BabaYegha. Hello, BabaYegha. How are you?
Yo, hi there, everyone. Nice to be around here and having me over here. Doing
Yes,
great. Thank you so much.
I'm glad to have you on here. I had my reservations that you would even say yes to me after all these years. But I figured
Yeah.
you owed me one. So
Yeah, of course. I always hope, right?
yeah, absolutely. So let's start this off easy. First thing first. What brought you into the SMW community?
Um, um, I think it was GDQ the first time. I don't know. It's like in 2017 or 18. Pooh played Dram One. I think that was it. And since then, I jumped into it because uh, I thought it's really cool and mind blowing because I'm a really like a retro head. Like I'm really into some old school games, and yeah, I dig it up. I Google it like how is it and how to do some stuff, how to get into this. And since like 6 or 7 years, I became a Kaizo head, basically.
Yeah, you fell into the hole. You're not the.
Yeah.
You seem to be like a lot of other people I've interviewed. They have said the same thing. GDQ, Grand Pooh Bear, playing Dram 1. It seems to be a very common trend for a lot of people. And then you decided to make your first hack, which was based off of Earth, Wind, and Fire's hit song Boogie Wonderland. So how did Earth, Wind, and Fire play an important role towards Boogie Wonderland for your style and design of levels?
That's my favorite song, and I'm really into the funky area and these styles. And I had no idea. Like when I started my first hack, I have no idea about ASM or level designs. I had no idea how to do things. I had no idea like what should be good or not. I was really terrible at level namings or even do as you saw the the title screens as well, or just giving a title to a hack. And that was the most suitable for me to name a hack. And after that, I just stick with this idea. But yeah, it was a hell of a ride, or it was something. That's for sure. The first experiences.
No, hey, it was definitely an experience, and the most one of the most memorable things is that you had a custom boss made for you, which I cannot get anyone to make me a custom boss. I live in the hell that I can't get out of, and I know that what you lacked in level design, you made up in the aesthetics, which is quite obvious, and then you took it up the next step, and you made a wonderful hack that no one asked for, which was Waterworld. And so, how did Kevin Costner influence Waterworld for you?
So, my favorite level from Boogie Wonderland was the water level. Um, the Perrier Pond, it's called, and I just I just get tired to listening like water levels are bad and it's awful, and I'm the guy who is like to take the challenge and prove it you are wrong, and prove it you can make it better, you can make it fun. And yeah, I took the challenge. Obviously, a few creators out there like Mega Scott, Fire, also Kevin. These guys, they were like pushing me, like, "Oh, Baba, you have no balls to do these," or something like that. And I and after Boogie Wonderland, I released in 27th of November, the same day as Third World released, Mostly Harmless, and after a week pause or like a week rest, I jumped immediately into Waterworld because I already had ideas what I want to do, how to do, and after the Boogie experience, I had the let's say I had ideas how to do like level designs. I understand how to do aesthetics. I got a little ASM knowledge, and I just wanted to prove that it could be fun as well. Like it's not terrible. It's okay. It's water. It's slow pace and everything, but it's up to the design, right? So just wanted to prove that it could be fun and it could be it could be done well as well.
No, you definitely proved that, not to me, but to other people, which is very obvious. There are people have been speed running that game. Like I said, it had definitely a positive influence on the community. Maybe not to everyone, but definitely to a large number of people in the community. But look, we can't downplay probably your greatest achievement that you've done within the hacking community, which is doing a collab with me and a bunch of other people for This Is a Good Hack to Play if you just started playing Kaizo World.
Oh my god, yeah.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
I didn't.
You want to forget about that, don't you?
It's fine, no worries, it's fine. I made it. I made worse stuff, so it's fine.
I'm sorry, you should have put it. No, I know that's also your hack. You also had a very major influence for Fail World. Can you talk about your what you were able to contribute to Fail World of all hacks? I know you did a major portion of the overall, but anything else that you had any major contributions for that?
Yeah, a little bit about the story or behind the scenes. Brian B, good friend of mine, just DM me like out of nowhere, like, "Hey, Baba, this is a message about like an invitation to a collab, and it's going to be a long message." So yeah, and after that, I said, "Okay, why not?" And we are going to surprise Fail, and a bunch of creators get together, and we were planning to make as vanilla-ish as we can do that, and we were planning to release it, let's say, in the midsummer, the year when we were started, last year actually, and they said that, "Hey, Baba, you're kind of good at overworld, so are you able to do that, or do you have time to do that or anything?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And when I started it, I asked that like, "Hey, should be the over like vanilla-ish as well, or I can use some Uber ASMs or like some additional stuff to make it even better?" And they said, "Yeah, you can go with that." So meanwhile, Kevin was doing some crazy stuff like like you could do translucency on overworld, the and a bunch of animation wizards in the background. So yeah, the overworld creation was totally on me, but the guys were pushing me. Like Megascan is like Mega is a is it's I'm a really lucky guy to know him because he's always pushing me, uh, always pushing the to the limits, and always we can come up with ideas which could be like never seen anybody like how we did it on the overworld favor, and and thanks to these guys I was able to uh, make the over like in 8 months. It was a long time actually, but designing it was a collab. When I started it we had just 20 levels. In the end we had 27, so I need to make more space, more animations to design, more colors, more palettes to play around on the main overworld. So it was a hell of a ride, but at the end I'm really proud of that overworld. It's I think I don't know if I can do any better overworlds, but we will see. So yeah, that was my main job on the collab. And also, I really like Fail. Like, he's a really good friend of mine as well. So I just wanted to surprise him with a bunch of levels. And I know his style. I know what he was liking when he was speedrunning Boogie or playing Waterbird. So I just keep that in mind and basically making levels based on those ideas or designs, elements. And yeah, I ended up making 6 levels and making the overworld. So, and here and there, I made little ASM polishing and a lot of testing. Like basically before the release, we were almost speedrunning with Fry Failward. So it was fun. It was a really good collab, and I'm glad I was a part of that. And I'm really appreciate Fry the invitation for that.
Oh, that sounds really nice, and it sounds like it definitely was able to expand your skill sets, and you had fun with it. But everyone knows that you're really good when it comes to overworld making. So I was wondering, do you have any free time also to help me with some overworld making if I need it?
Yeah, sure. We can do something as well. I'm always open to ideas, but I need to think at the end, like if it's worth it or not.
It's totally worth
But
it. Trust me,
yeah,
totally worth it.
always.
Look, we're like literally we're like I'm just gonna say we're like best friends. Like your name is
Yeah.
Baba. I'm Stego. You have a Yoshi for an avatar. I have something for an avatar. It's close enough. You know what? It's good enough. It's good enough. So, okay. So moving on from that, don't worry. I'll hit you up later with all the details. It's fine. First thing. Moving on. You don't need to give me too much information. I know you did not participate last year, but are you going to be participating this year maybe for KLDC? With a little surprise here and there?
Yes. Last year, the reason I didn't participate is because it was failure. I was really busy with the overworld creation and I was like heavily focused on that project. And now I'm having my private projects over here. I'm working on for a long time now. But yeah, I'm gonna having a little surprise for the KLDC. I hope everybody's going to like it, and of course the judges as well.
Absolutely. You have to please me. Remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, now that you mention it, that was a good segue. So new work. Is this the work I saw little bits and snippets about? Can you talk about this new project you're working on?
Yeah, I'm always having more projects on the way. Uh, but yeah, the most recent is called Goon Souls. I make a C3 thread about it. This is also like started as a how Whatever started. So Fail and bunch of friends also kept in said that like everybody was praising the Reznor fights from Boogie Wonderland, and Kevin just did a joke during a Discord session like, "Hey, Baba, no balls to make a Reznor hack," and I said, "You know what? All right, I'm gonna make it." So, so and I found this challenge like I think it's really good in a way because I really sucked at ASM before, and this challenge is like it's all about how like learning ASM, how to deal with sprites, how to deal with patches, Uber ASMs and stuff. And I'm really focusing on like asking less and less like ASM helps, maybe just like refactoring or like just checking the code if it's alright or not, but not asking ASMs itself. I'm trying to make it by myself. So I started this project last like before Christmas um last year, and after half a year I have 6 levels now. And I don't know if I should spoil a little bit or not, but at the C3 thread, you could saw like levels with Reznor fights, but there's some bunch of styles like you have 5 rooms, and each room is going to have some sort of fights based on a theme like I don't know, like fireball shooting and ice physics, or disco movements, or like wrestlers are going to have some other behaviors like blarg or whatever. So combining these behaviors with an actual boss, which is a wrestler sprite, it's quite a challenge. But I already have a lot of snippets of what I want to do. I just need to get into coding and having time of as well after my private stuffs all around. So, which is the hardest. But when you are just sitting down and you need to code, because if you boot up Lunar Magic and I don't know, just placing blocks here and there and sprites and voila, and level is done. I think that's the easiest. But when you need to just think around and actually coding a boss or like coding a situation like these, it's not easy, but I really do enjoy it. I think I enjoy it more than making levels actually, but yeah, we will see. We'll see.
Well, I mean, that sounds interesting, and now I'm adding your name to the list of people who I can talk to about a 47 phase boss now.
Thank you.
47 phase boss now has Baba on it. Okay, you're going to be a pro by the time this hack comes out. So, last question I wanted to ask you is, say there's someone new joining the community and they really want to get into making levels in Super Mario World. What kind of advice would you give them so they make a good first impression, they have an enjoyable time making levels within the community?
So as a creator or as a player, you want to ask?
As a creator, you can answer however you think is most important, but I like to say from a creator perspective.
So if you jump into like Kaizo to make Kaizo hack, I highly recommend to go ahead and play hacks first of all, or just discover what Kaizo means and what this all about, and after that, there's a lot of knowledge on SMW Central as well, and stuff like this. But highly recommend to jump into the SMW Central Discord. Um, I don't know, be nice and asking around if you don't know something, but deep dive into Lunar Magic. Like what are these? If you don't know how to do some certain things, the community is like really helpful, and everybody's really easy to get into, and they are really helping each other. This is an amazing community, by the way. So if you ask something, I bet like in 5 or 10 minutes, somebody's going to answer you and probably having the solution for you. When I started Boogie, I had no idea about this. So I was doing my hack for a year without having Discord. So I went absolutely the opposite way. It was the hard way. But for the newcomers, I really highly recommend to get into Discord and getting know like having friends over here, or making friends and make something together, or like having a more experienced guy and asking, hey, if you have time, I have no idea what it is, may I ask you to explain these and these. It's like it's a no-brainer to do that actually. Or if you're an explorer, or if you feel like you're an explorer, there's the Lunar Magic, and Lunar Magic has a huge documentation. You can get into that. That's what I did. I was reading a lot about this documentation, and based on that, you can actually do a hack. So that's how I started. I was deep diving the endless documentation of Lunar Magic and trying to understand how to do some certain stuff. That's how I learned actually the animation, like any kind of animations, how to do normal animations, or like how to do some sort of trigger animation in a level, or like on the overworld. So it's also really useful. But if somebody is not enjoying pain as I did before, then just get into Discord and asking around, or like just sniffing around, like what's this all about, and stuff like that.
No, that's some very good advice. And you know, definitely meeting people in the community and talking to people in the community. Like you said, this community, you can talk to people. People are very helpful. And I will also say to newcomers, Baba is one of the most helpful people I know, has always helped me out. And remember, one of the best things that Baba likes to be asked is asking for his bass drum. If you get Baba's bass drum, you're set. You will have one of the prettiest ROM hacks around. So remember to always ask Baba first, hey, can I get a copy of your bass drum? And he'll tell you how to get a hold of it. Trust me. So apart from that, I don't have much more. So I mean, I'm very content. I'm very happy you were able to join me today, of all people, and share a lot of your insight and thoughts within the community. And I wish you a lot of luck with KLDC, and I also wish you a lot of luck in your upcoming projects. And I will be hitting you up soon about this overworld I need. Thanks again, Baba. You've been the best.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Tego. I really do appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Yeah, take it easy.